Okay, hello. So I'm doing my video assignment on how drugs can affect the body and how it can drive a person to commit a crime. What I've learned about this section is that when somebody is on drugs, they take drugs for several reasons. They can take drugs because they're, they're going through something. They take drugs to feel good. They take drugs to for depression, and so on and so forth. When drugs basically go into the bloodstream, it, number one, affects the judgment, before anything. And also it gets into the body stream, it affects the brain, So when someone's taking drugs, they may for a second, feel, take the drug just to feel the high. It feels good. It's taking taking their thoughts away from life problems, and basically, there's many reasons for why somebody would be addicted to drugs. Anyway, so when we're talking about how it will push somebody to commit a crime, it's basically very simple. Basically, when someone's addicted to a drug, for example, if someone's addicted to heroin and they like the rush and they like that, that energy and calmness or relaxation or whatever the drug may make them feel, they they need it, like it's a daily habit. They have to have it in their life. Just like food, that like people need food and people need, water, they need food to survive. A drug addict needs drugs to survive. So, there's a lot of things they may do. They may, commit a burglary to get, money for their drug of choice. They can steal from their family members. They can steal from, their friends. They can take, they can take valuables from their parents, such as, for example, their mom's, grandmother's wedding ring. That holds some or carries some value. They can steal that and go pawn it and get money for their fix. And you know what I mean? Like when a person is addicted to drugs, it's kind of like hard for, people, it's kind of like a broken thing when it comes down to relationships. Like it drives the addicted person away from the people that they love. It makes the people that they love don't want to trust them because they believe that this person is addicted to drugs, and if this person is addicted to drugs, and they let them in their house, they know they're gonna need some money to have a fix, to get that fix, and may do anything to get that fix. So they'll rob, they'll steal, and sometimes kind of hard to believe, but there has been some crimes reported that they will wait on a street corner to see somebody they would like to potentially rob. And with them robbing them, they may knife them or shoot them or tackle them down just to get just to rob them for money, just to get that next fix. Drugs can make you do a lot of things that that is crazy. Drugs being a part of a person's daily life is kind of like a struggle for them. You know what I mean? Like, just like I said before, when you're talking about a person addicted to drugs, it's kind of like a person, needing water or needing food or needing oxygen to survive. A drug dealer, not a drug dealer, I'm sorry, a drug abuser needs that drug to survive. If they can't have that drug to survive, then it's kind of like they're dying without that drug. And you know what I mean? Like a person, even a drug user or abuser will go into prostitution just to get that money to satisfy their high. You got people that does, escorting. They do prostitution, and they do anything they possibly can. They get their hands on some money to be able to, get their next fix or get that next high. And it's kind of in, like, how can I say, there's been a lot of overdoses when it comes down to drugs. Drugs can affect people in many reasons, and it can affect family members and everyone around them. So that's my 5-minute video assignment on drugs and how can it affect lives. I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.